100%. Let's freaking go, guys. This is big. This is big stuff here. Today we are heading into one of my absolute favorite videos to make here on this channel, highlighting some of the best update ideas thought up by the very talented Brawl Stars community. This is one of the types of videos that I wish we could do way more often, and if you guys enjoy it, be sure to slap a like on the video. It's the best way for me to know that you actually enjoy it, putting a spotlight on some of these people who I feel like don't get enough recognition. And they definitely do a lot for the game, and I feel like sometimes we forget that. Starting things off with a banger, if you ask me, and I could very well see this in the future for Brawl Stars. It was made over a year ago by The Tree 661, a mastery track for specific game modes. There's an element in Brawl Stars that I know a lot of people enjoy, and that's that grinding element. And given the current landscape of Brawl Stars, there seems to be more new ways to grind the game every single update. Shouldn't say every single update, but just take a look at back in the day when Brawl Stars was relatively new. The only thing you could really grind in the game is trophies. But now we have trophies, masteries, ranked, and is that about it? But I think it's important for people to have different goals, and if they get burnt out on something maybe a little bit like trophies, they can divert their attention to trying to grind something else. And I think having a lot of options is a good thing for the game. And who's going to complain about another way to get some fun resources out there, being able to master gem grab or brawl ball? I think it's really cool. Not only would I love to see resources for these things, but also specific flex-worthy things, much like masteries, like the titles and the pins and the profile icons. I think that'd be really, really fun. Oh boy, I would love this community event, dude. Is it just me, or does it feel like we haven't had as many community events? I think the last one that we had was the Valentine's Day one. But these things, we can attribute the popularity of Brawl Stars, now that it's where it's at, to community events. And seeing that we are getting so many hypercharges now, seeing that the dev team wants to finish them by June, every single brawler having a hypercharge in the game, I think something like this would really, really be nice. This individual came up with the condition for this hypercharge event would be activating hypercharges 100 million times. I don't know if that'd be like the end all be all. I'm sure the dev team would have data points that would be good for a hypercharge activation requirement to achieve these things, but I love the rewards. I think when it comes to these community events, the most sought after reward is hypercharges. It just always feels so dang good being able to get a free hypercharge. Save 5,000 coins. In this specific event, there's 2 ways to get hypercharges, one at 10 million and one at 80 million, which is beautiful, and then some fun cosmetics along the way, and the end result being 100 million getting a hypercharge skin for free. So dang sick. How cool is that? More community events. I love community events. Moving along, I came across this one 2 months ago by Mayonnaise Brawl Stars, a tech enjoyer. True bling skins. You guys know we have true gold, true silver, some of the most expensive skins in the game, but how about true bling ones? Much like the price point of the true gold and true silver skins being incredibly pricey in coins, it would be incredibly pricey in bling, costing 10,000 bling to unlock a true bling version of the skin. I like the idea a lot. It's pretty rare for certain individuals to have like a ton of excess bling out there, but I have seen quite a few people who just don't spend it and have a lot racked up, and it might be a fun outlet to be able to do. Or just for those individuals that have like one favorite brawler, just get that brawler, have their true bling version of the skin, and then maybe save up for other skins. I like the idea a lot. This is such a good idea, and I know a lot of people have brought up certain ideas much like this one in the past, but this one was made 28 days ago by Formal Garden 3149, and that is more specific in-game quick chats. I would say in Brawl Stars, it's quite rare to be playing like on a voice chat, right? I play this game a lot. I play with friends a lot, but I don't necessarily hop on like a Discord or something like that to play with them. And the majority of our time playing this game is going to be with randoms. So being able to give them additional, like what you want to do, I think would be game changing. Like heal me, just for some examples. Come here, break this wall, target this brawler. Those games where you feel like you like have to carry the game could be so much easier if you could direct some of the randoms that you're playing with what you want them specifically to do. I don't know, maybe it's a good idea, maybe it's a bad. I could see some people using this as like like an avenue to be more frustrated with randoms, you know what I mean? But I do like the idea. I came across this one. I've seen some people say the same thing about Griff, how like there's some Griff hate out there. He's already really strong. This person came up with a Griff hypercharge idea. Going broke. This hypercharge does absolutely nothing because Griff doesn't need a hypercharge. Is this sentiment shared quite regularly inside of the community? This has 1,800 upvotes. That's crazy. But for an actual one that I actually kind of like, we have this individual Jacob coming up with his rendition of a hypercharge for Griff called Bankruptcy. Every card that hits an enemy steals their ammo and gives it to Griff. The lore, it matches up with his personality. I really enjoy that. Life leech ability, but for ammo. I think that's a really cool mechanic. I'm sure a lot of people would agree with this idea. Add reporting to normal matches. The reporting function only works in ranked, which might be for a reason. There just might be too much reporting in like normal ladder games, I think. But I know a lot of people would love that. Really, the only avenue that we can show that someone played really bad is kudoing them. A feature that was meant to show praise for individuals out there for playing well, more often than not is used to flame. It's so funny. It kind of just shows like some of these features, much like I showed before with like being able to tell where people should go in game, could be used for flame. I'm sure it would spin in that direction somehow, but that's just how Brawl Stars is, man. We flame the bad randoms. Switching gears to a brawler concept. Normally I don't include a crap ton of these, seeing that they're so intricate. There's sometimes we make dedicated videos to one brawler concept. Some of these go so in depth on what they actually have in store, but I absolutely adore them. How much work people put into some of these brawler concepts is just so next level, and they deserve so much praise. But we have one here that I want to highlight. We have a legendary marksman, Rosellis. Could be saying that wrong, but I really like the artwork and the ideas behind this character. Daddy Ghost coming up with a cool freaking concept here, bro. The narcissist. Rosellis is the shiniest star in the sky and the best opera singer in Star Park. He never misses the chance to get all the spotlights to himself with his amazing performance. Love the character design. As you can see here, taking a look at some of the basics, he has 5,600 health. His attack is called Love Roses, shoots a thorny rose. When 3 roses hit, they entangle rivals in a spine trap, immobilizing them for a short time. So a stun mechanic embedded with the basic attack, really good. The super is called Narcissistic Solo. Switches his attack, Rosellis starts singing a solo with his glorious voice. After the performance, he will be speechless and take a short rest to recover his voice. He will charge super again a few seconds later and return to his normal attack. So it looks like it's kind of like a Sam mechanic to a degree, where you just get the super, or it's easy to get the super, but it has some pretty good damage output, it appears, for having a super all the time. But there is a drawback to it. Really enjoy like thinking outside of the box with some of these mechanics when it comes to like their basic build. As you guys might know, I've been thinking a lot about like power level 1 grinds and stuff like that, where the easiest power level 1 grinds are for brawlers that have like certain gimmicks and stuff, which this would be something like that, I would say. But I love the uniqueness, you know, thinking outside of the box. Super cool. The gadgets and stuff normally take a really long time, so I'm just gonna kind of speed through these. This one, it converts bushes into roses, healing for 1,200 HP. Super freaking cool. He has a pushback mechanic with this gadget that also in tandem poisons for 2 seconds. Really cool. Oh, this is awesome. Flame and Power. Rosellis generates a power cube by every alive teammate when he defeats an enemy. I just said enemy. But that's broken. That's gonna need a tweak, bro. That's crazy. Protective Opera. Rosellis gains a shield that reduces incoming damage by 25% for 7 seconds after defeating an enemy. So mechanics based in defeating people. I guess that makes sense for a marksman. Really cool. Ooh, came up with a hypercharge as well. Ear-splitting thorns. Rosellis stuns enemies for 2 seconds with his narcissistic solo, which is his super, by the first impact. If he returns to Love Roses, the roses instantly entangles them, causing a bleeding that'll make them lose 5% of their health over 4 seconds. Not bad, really unique. And you can see the work being put into this. It's so cool. I love these brawler concepts where people like really go in deep and how they are coming up with them, all the cosmetics that they do, what they might look like in game. It's just so awesome. I was a big fan of this when I came by it. The artwork as well as the concepts, really unique. I've been seeing these pop up for so dang long, and we just recently saw some reworks to the True Gold and True Silver skins. The True Gold one one specifically, not the true silver, but it got some design reworks, right? It looks a little bit different, I believe, in the last update or the one before that. But seeing that they cost so much, it'd be really, really nice to see some effects like kill animations, the actual shots being a different color. I think it's worth it, or it should be worth it if you're spending that much, like on par with a legendary tier skin, you know? Just to feel like you get a little bit more bang out of your buck. If you're going to spend that many coins on a skin, I think it makes sense to have a bit more to it, you know? Oh, I've been seeing a lot of stuff in regards to this as well, and I think it makes a lot of sense to idea extra pin and spray slots. We only have 2 unique ones that we can utilize. I've seen a lot of ideas where they want like a custom wheel, which might get a little bit too like clumped up. Let's just start with 3. Let's allow us to have 3 of each. I think that's good. Look, I need my thumbs down pin. I need my clown pin, but I need some good in there as well. Like, give me a 3rd slot so I can put a thumbs up in there so I don't feel too bad about myself being toxic, okay? Speaking of toxic pins, how many of you guys would agree that this would be a fine addition to the game? I mean, emojis out there. There's a middle finger emoji that Apple and Android have designed in their emoji box. What do you call it? Emojis? Like, come on, we need it in Brawl Stars too. Oh yeah, I came across this. It's not like a flushed out brawler concepts or anything like that, but it's the artwork, and I think that's really, really big for me. I love when a brawler has really good ideas or centralized around their abilities, but I really adore the artwork inside the community, like conceptually what their personality would be like through their design, you know? We have this one making 2 really, really cool ones. We have this guy named Split, which has multiple personalities, right? You got the mad mask, you got the sad mask, and you got the fun mask. And it appears he has like appendages where he could change his personality by putting on the mask. And I'm sure that the abilities would be really, really cool given the design of the character, you know? Such a cool idea. And then we have this one, Dill, an armadillo. It's cool, dude. Love it, love it, love it. And the artwork is really reminiscent of Brawl Stars conceptual artwork that we've seen in the past. I'm telling you, dude, so many talented people inside the community. It's crazy. Oh yeah, this is a good example of how much concepts really do for the game. Some could definitely be overlap, like maybe the Brawl Stars dev team come up with the same exact ideas, but there have been so many examples of concepts made by you guys, people that I feel like don't get enough recognition out there, do a lot of work, so much so that the dev team adds concepts like this because of your guys' ideas. Made some hypercharge concepts. What do you think? This person made the exact same hypercharge that Grom has in the game 4 months ago. And this isn't the only example, bro. I believe basketball was a fan-made concept in the game. Same with Brawl Hockey. I know we have our opinions about Brawl Hockey, but nevertheless, all of these things are so dang important for the game itself. So keep up the good work out there, and we appreciate all the hard work that you guys do. It's amazing to look through. And then the final one we're going to be ending off with here in this episode today, I'm very certain that I ended up bringing up in a past episode, but I really, really enjoy the concept here. A very simple game mode. You guys know that the Brawl Stars dev team is constantly adding new game modes, but I feel like with certain exceptions, maybe like Wipeout or something like that, Hot Zone, the OG 3 or 4 game modes have always been like peak. I feel like the longest standing, well-designed, and most popular have like stuck around and were really, really good. And then we see examples of so many game modes that have been made and scrapped. So I feel like game mode creation and concepts are really important, seeing that it seems like the dev team is always trying to find that next like Hot Zone or that next Wipeout that can stand in the Brawl Stars that we have today. And I really enjoyed this one, a game mode that isn't necessarily about killing, but it's about damage output. Much like in Hot Zone where you have the percent bars or the amount of time that you're accumulating, like the point system, it would be the same here. Every single ounce of damage that you do will rack up in percent, and whoever gets the most percent at the end or achieves 100% would end up winning. Just thinking about it, it'd be really interesting as to what the team comps would be. Like, I think rarely do we ever think about like who does the most DPS, like who's going to be the best bang for our buck. Given the map, like we need range, but who has the most damage with that range? Or I feel like a lot of the focus in Brawl Stars is about killing and gaining position. This is about damage, which I'm assuming killing and gaining position would also be a factor in this. But it's just like a different edge, something interesting to toy with, I feel like. Really enjoy this idea. Let me know what you guys think. But I think that's a good point to end on here in this episode today. There were several more that I saved away, but I'm sure we can save that for a different day. Again, again, these are some of my absolute favorite videos to make here on this channel. It feels like something that is always fun to go back to. And if you guys enjoy these, I would love to do them more often, shedding light on some of these really talented individuals that I feel like deserve more inside the community. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate you all so much, and we'll be talking super soon. Adios. Take care.